Hollywood Studios is one of the hardest parks to navigate, and after countless visits, we've seen numerous families make the same critical mishaps. So, we're revealing the 20 Hollywood studio mistakes and how to avoid them to save you hours in line and hundreds of dollars up next. Welcome aboard, everyone. I'm Don B from Eat, Sleep, Disney, where we help you stay one step ahead of everyone else in the parks. Yes, you'll find something for everyone at Hollywood Studios, but it's clear that the park is geared more towards bigger kids than babies and toddlers. Currently, there are only 2 rides at Hollywood Studios with no height requirements. So your little ones may be doing a good bit of sitting out if you don't do your research in advance and know what they can ride and what they can't. Currently, only Toy Story Mania and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway have no height requirements. And these are great attractions, so even if you're traveling as just adults, you should definitely prioritize them. Meanwhile, all the other attractions do have height requirements. Alien Swirling Saucers has a 32-inch height requirement. Both Slinky Dog Dash and Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run have a 38-inch height requirement. Star Tours The Adventure Continues has a 40-inch height requirement. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance and the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror also have 40-inch height requirements. And Rock and Roller Coaster has a 48-inch height requirement. So if you're bringing kids under 38 inches, you need a completely different strategy for this park. Or you can take advantage of some of the lesser known benefits to ensure you get to ride all the rides, which we'll touch on later in this video. Over the last couple of years, Hollywood Studios has transformed itself from behind the scenes tours and Hollywood entertainment to a park where you can step inside your favorite Disney movies. So this doesn't mean you should focus only on the rides. The Theater of the Stars is home to Disney's Beauty and the Beast Live, a Broadway-style 25-minute reenactment of the beloved Disney classic. There's also one of my personal favorites, the Frozen Sing-Along Celebration, where 2 Arendelle historians put a comedic twist on the story of Arendelle in the songs, even with a few surprise characters. And there's also the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular, which is action-packed and will have you on the edge of your seat the entire time. New in 2025, there's Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After. This unique interactive show is where the audience actually helps decide which villain has been treated most unfairly. Depending on your party, you may not want to attend all these shows, but you should definitely prioritize some of them. Not only are they entertaining, but they provide some shade on a hot day and take some pressure off your feet. If you skip these shows to run around from ride to ride, you're missing half of what makes Hollywood Studios special. Disney World's Lightning Lane services are the new way to skip the standby lines at most of the attractions in the parks. But it does cost extra, so you may end up wasting your money on them if you make the mistake of not fully understanding or utilizing them. Of all the parks, Lightning Lanes may be the most useful at Hollywood Studios if used strategically. You can either opt to purchase a Lightning Lane single pass for Rise of the Resistance and then focus on other high-demand attractions at Road Drop. Rise of the Resistance usually has standby lines that can hit 2 hours plus by mid-morning. If you opt to Rope Drop Rise of the Resistance and decide to purchase Lightning Lane Multipass, you need to prioritize Slinky Dog Dash, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. At Hollywood Studios, not all Lightning Lanes are equal. If you don't book Slinky Dog Dash as your first selection, you probably won't get it at all. And remember, your booking window starts at 7 a.m. sharp. And if you're staying at a Disney resort, you can make your first selection for your Lightning Lanes 7 days in advance for the entire length of your trip. Once in the park, remember, once you redeem a Lightning Lane reservation, you're eligible to make another selection. You can also modify existing Lightning Lanes if new times come up or if you want to switch attractions. So checking the app throughout the day can help reduce the amount of time you wait in line. Regardless if you purchase Lightning Lanes, if you're going to Hollywood Studios, you can't make the mistake of sleeping in. If Toy Story Land and Slinky Dog Dash are on your priority list, or Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is a must-do attraction for you, then you should plan to arrive at Hollywood Studios for Rope Drop. Rope Drop means arriving at the park before it officially opens and then heading to your top attraction right when the park opens. When it comes to Slinky Dog Dash, it's one of the most popular rides in the park, and unfortunately, the entire ride queue is outside, so you'll be sweating your way through the entire wait if you get stuck in one of those 90-minute plus queues later in the day. On the other hand, if you're a Star Wars fan, you might want to make a beeline to Star Wars Rise of the Resistance in Galaxy's Edge. But whatever you do, you don't want to make the mistake of running. During Rope Drop, or when racing to popular attractions, guests often break into a full sprint, creating hazardous conditions. Cast members will actually stop runners and remind them of park safety rules. If you're staying at a Disney resort, this is a great park to take advantage of early entry, which grants you access to the park 30 minutes earlier than standard park goers. In fact, of all the theme parks, Hollywood Studios has one of the best early entry options, as most of the major attractions are open for that 30-minute head start, including the Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Rise of the Resistance, and Slinky Dog. So having that extra 30-minute jump will be highly beneficial, saving you hours in line later in the day. A common mistake is treating Hollywood Studios as either a half-day park or trying to cram everything into one rush day. Both approaches miss the mark. Some guests think that Hollywood Studios only has 9 rides compared to Magic Kingdom that has over 40 attractions, so we'll be done by lunch. But between the shows, character meet and greets, Galaxy Edge experiences, and attraction wait times, Hollywood Studios is absolutely a full-day park. But trying to do everything in one day leads to exhausted families racing from place to place without enjoying anything fully. The park is more spread out than it appears on a map. The key to a successful day at Hollywood Studios is pacing yourself. A well-paced Hollywood Studios day might include 5 or 6 attractions, 1 or 2 shows, time to explore Galaxy's Edge, or if you have little ones, spend extra time in Toy Story Land, enjoy a unique dining experience, interact with some characters, and stay for the evening entertainment. Unlike some of the attractions at other Disney parks, the experiences here are deeper and more immersive. So plan your agenda for a full day, but pace yourself instead of sprinting through a checklist. Talking about spending a full day at Hollywood Studios, Fantasmic is one of the most beloved nighttime entertainment offerings at Walt Disney World. I know we just talked about waking up early, yet for road drop, but you don't want to miss this nighttime entertainment either. In this 30-minute nighttime spectacular, join Mickey as he takes you through one of his dreams. You watch as he battles good and evil through stories of classic tales like Frozen, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and more. This open-air theater gives guests views of the water show, fireworks, classic characters, and songs. Check the My Disney Experience app, because Fantasmic runs at least once a night with 2 showings on busier days. And we highly recommend you arrive at least 30 minutes early to ensure you get a good seat for the show. But that's not all. Between 8 and 9 p.m. every night, guests can enjoy 10-minute projection shows outside the Chinese theater. It is no secret that the rides in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge are incredible, but there are so many other small details to explore, even if you're not a Star Wars fan. For instance, you can explore Batuu and turn your phone into a Star Wars universe datapad and live out your very own Star Wars story. The datapad will translate languages, scan objects, and decrypt and hack devices throughout the land. Additionally, the cast members here speak their own language, and you can learn it too. For example, some common phrases include bright suns, which means good morning, rising moons, which means good evening, and till the spires, which means goodbye. The details within the ships, designs, dining, and more will captivate any Star Wars fan, so be sure to spend some time here taking in the small details instead of rushing off to the next ride. As we mentioned, Hollywood Studios is more spread out than you would think, and it has one of the most confusing layouts of any Disney park. Unlike Magic Kingdom's hub and spoke design, Hollywood Studios is full of dead ends that waste precious time and energy. Galaxy's Edge does have 2 entrances, but it's easy to get turned around once inside this land. The old animation courtyard, which is being reimagined to the new Walt Disney Studios, is also a dead end. And Sunset Boulevard dead ends at the Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster. The park is deceptively spread out. Walking from Toy Story Land to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge might look short on the map, but it's a solid 10 to 15 minute trek, especially if you're traveling with little ones or pushing a stroller. Not to mention how long it would take you to walk from the Rise of the Resistance all the way down to the Tower of Terror. So study the map before you go and plan your route to minimize backtracking. Don't ping pong across the park based on lightning lane times without considering the walking distance. Another big mistake many make is not utilizing the My Disney Experience app. This is your indispensable guide to navigating Hollywood Studios. The app is more than just a digital park map, but it does provide that as well. It's your central hub for everything from ride wait times, show schedules, and dining. You can mobile order food, find character meet and greets, locate water refill stations, and keep track of all the entertainment schedules for the various shows. While you don't need to micromanage every minute of your day at Hollywood Studios, you definitely do need a plan. And just assuming you can wing it without the app will set you up for disappointment. you'll spend more time wandering, waiting in line, and missing out on experiences that are just a few taps away. Definitely download the app before your trip. In fact, if you don't already have it on your cell phone, pause this video, go to the App Store, download it. I'll wait. Once you have the app, explore its features and make it your essential park companion. Many guests don't realize that several attractions at Hollywood Studios have single rider lines. While it's not advertised prominently, there are a few major attractions that offer this option. Rock and Roller Coaster often has a single rider line that could cut your wait from 60 minutes to more like a half hour. Just ask the cast members at the entrance. They don't always have the sign out, but the line is frequently available. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run also offers a single rider line that's also almost always running. You might not be able to be a pilot, but you could save significant time. Occasionally, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance offers a single rider line during peak seasons. While we highly recommend you experience this attraction at Rope Drop or purchase an individual lightning lane, single rider lines aren't just for those traveling solo. Your whole party can enter the single rider line. But just keep in mind, you will be divided and broken up. But if you don't mind riding separately, the single rider line might help you experience these attractions multiple times or with a considerably reduced wait time, although that's not guaranteed. For families with little ones who can't or won't ride certain attractions, Rider Switch is a lifesaver you absolutely need to use. This service allows one adult to wait with a non-riding child while the rest of the party experiences the attraction. Then the adults swap so the waiting adult can ride without having to wait in the full standby line again. With so many height-restricted rides at Hollywood Studios, you'll be using Rider Switch often. Make sure to approach cast members at the attraction entrance with your entire party to initiate the Rider Switch process. They'll scan your Magic Band or park ticket of the adults who'll be riding in the second group. This way, the second group can enter through the Lightning Lane entrance when it's their turn, significantly cutting down on wait times. Hollywood Studios offers over 25 character meet and greet options, and it has more character greeting options than any other theme park at Disney World. Characters are spread out through the entire park with some very unique characters you can only find at Hollywood Studios. Characters are spread out through the entire park, but not only can you meet Mickey and his pals, but special characters are also about. Characters from the Pixar movies in Pixar Plaza, Goofy's son Max, as well as live-action Ariel, just to name a few. You can interact with Star Wars characters ranging from classics like Darth Vader to even the Mandalorian and Grogu, who make appearances from time to time. How can you find out about these character meet and greets? Well, check the My Disney Experience app for times and locations. Of course, not all of them are advertised. Some of them just happen to pop up from time to time. In fact, you never know who you may find, so keep your eyes and cameras ready. To be honest, Hollywood Studios is not really known for its dining options, especially when it comes to table service restaurants. The table service dinings tend to focus more on entertainment than food quality, so we suggest skipping the table service restaurants and focusing on quick service options. The Backlot Express will be your standard park fare for burgers and chicken tenders, but don't assume that's all the park offers. Woody's Lunchbox is home to a stellar brisket grilled cheese sandwich, plus the custom Pop-Tarts. Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo offers a variety of hearty, vegan options, while the ABC Commissary offers tacos, salads, and more. These are just a few of the options that will save you time, money, and the disappointment of potentially underwhelming table service meals. The mistake is assuming you need a table service restaurant to get good food at Hollywood Studios. However, long lines at quick service restaurants can waste precious time during your Disney World visit. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to avoid this common Disney World mistake: mobile ordering. The mobile order feature in the My Disney Experience app is a convenient tool that allows you to pre-order meals for most quick service locations. This will ensure you spend less time waiting for food and more time enjoying the parks. At Hollywood Studios, during peak lunch hours, places like Woody's Lunchbox and Docking Bay 7 can have 30 to 45 minute wait times, but if you mobile order, you can skip straight to the pickup window. Just remember to place your order as early as possible, as popular meal times can fill up quickly on busy days. You can order hours in advance. In fact, as soon as you enter the park, you can often mobile order for specific times for lunch or even dinner, just by selecting a particular pickup window. Now, of course, we also suggest that you eat at off times, so either have an early or late lunch or an early dinner to avoid those peak dining time crowds. Let's be honest, the Florida sun can be intense year-round, not just during the summer months. Even on cloudy days, UV rays can damage your skin. And with all the walking you're gonna do at Hollywood Studios, you're more exposed than at other parks. So sunscreen is an absolute must for your day at Hollywood Studios. We recommend packing a broad spectrum sunscreen with at least SPF 30 for optimal protection. And don't just pack this in your suitcase and keep it in your hotel room. Be sure that you bring the sunscreen in your day bag so you can reapply it throughout the day. Along with the sun, Florida is also known for its sudden rainstorms. The winter months too can be colder than you may expect. So we recommend checking the weather about a week before your trip, before you pack, and then again right before you leave. This will ensure that there are no surprises when you arrive. Regardless of the time of year, a poncho is a must for going to Hollywood Studios. It offers the most protection from your clothing if you're caught in rain, while an umbrella can keep the rain out of your eyes and bags, or if it's just a slight drizzle. Some people prefer one over the other, but honestly, we pack both. As you've probably learned by now, it's impossible to do a day at Hollywood Studios without a phone. And honestly, you'll use your cell phone a lot. Between taking photos, managing your reservation, those lightning lane reservations, dining reservations, mobile ordering food, checking wait times, and more, your phone battery can run out a lot faster than normal. Don't have your phone? Well, it's a lot more difficult to have a successful day in parks. To keep your phone powered throughout the day, be sure to pack a portable phone charger that's easy to use, holds a lot of extra battery power, and doesn't weigh you down. While there are machines around the park that sell portable phone chargers in a pinch, you'll save money and stress by just bringing your own. Choosing the right footwear for your Disney day is crucial. Don't make the mistake of prioritizing style over comfort. And Hollywood Studios is particularly brutal on feet because the park is more spread out than others, has lots of concrete with minimal shade, and plenty of standing around for those character meet and greets. Be sure to break in the shoes you plan to wear and opt for well-cushioned, supportive shoes that can handle a lot of walking. Remember, you'll likely be covering 10 plus miles in a single day at Hollywood Studios, so comfort is key. Bring a reusable water bottle to Disney World so you can save time and money. Water bottles sold in the parks are expensive, often costing around $5 or more. By packing your own, you avoid spending precious money on something as simple as water. Plus, Disney makes it easy to refill your bottle throughout the day. Many people don't realize that Disney World offers free water refill stations throughout the parks. They're typically located near restrooms and quick service dining areas. You'll find the fullest locations in the My Disney Experience app. Between the Florida heat, walking, staying hydrated isn't optional. It's essential for making it through your Hollywood Studios day. Also keep in mind you can get free cups of ice water from any quick service restaurant that has a soda fountain. Just politely ask for a cup of water. In fact, make it 2 cups of water and you can easily refill that refillable water bottle. Now, of course, a refillable water bottle and a power pack aren't the only things we pack in our Disney day bag. In fact, there are 17 essential items we pack on every trip regardless of the park. So click or tap on our Disney Essentials Park Bag video right here on YouTube, where we show you everything you need to pack in your Disney park bag, plus what you can leave at home. That way you can save time and money, and your next trip to Disney will truly be unforgettable.